Good afternoon. If you haven't already taken your seat or gotten through the buffet line, please do so now. Let me welcome you to the November Chamber of Commerce Luncheon. As we always do, please stand with me now. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, I'd like to invite Linda McKenzie forward. I understand she's agreed to bless us with a musical treat.
All right. God bless America, oh, the land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her all through the night with the light from above. Oh, from the mountains and to the prairies and to the oceans white with foam. Oh, God bless America. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
At this time, we'd like to continue with our normal program, and we will recognize our elected officials present. From the City of Winter Springs, we have Mayor Charles Lacey. From the City of Oviedo, we have Mayor Dominic Persampierre. From the City of Oviedo, I think somewhere towards the back, Councilman Stephen Shank. And from the Masters Academy, we also have with us today Oviedo Mayor for a Day, Nico Huergo. You stand.
And we also have one more elected official who is our guest speaker today, Bobby Olszewski from the City of Winter Garden.
Thank you. We'd also like to recognize our trustees, who are Citizens Bank of Florida, the City of Oviedo, City of Winter Springs, Dominion Metal Recycling, Florida Hospital, Orlando Health, the Oviedo Mall, Progress Energy, and the University of Central Florida. If we could please have a big round of applause for all of our trustees. We have one partner in progress this year, Massey Communications, as well as a number of friends of the Chamber who are Bank First, Fairwinds Credit Union, Greenway Automotive Group, McCoy Federal Credit Union, Media with a Message, Samraz Management and Consulting, and Solantic Walk-In Urgent Care. Give a big round of applause for all of our other sponsors. Our two media partners are the Seminole Voice newspaper and LiveMyCity.com. As a reminder, we are recording this presentation, so if you ask any questions or otherwise make any other audible noise, it will be picked up, and it will be made available on the Chamber's YouTube site, is where we're posting them now. If you didn't already know, also we did record and post online a forum we had last week for the Winter Springs City Commission, which is also available and online. At this time, I'd like to invite our vice chair up, who is also chair of our nominating committee, Tom Pepler. And today is also our election day for new directors.
Good afternoon. I'm Tom Pepler. I'm the chair-elect for 2013. I'm going to take his place in about 8 weeks. But as the chair-elect, they also made me the chairman of the nominating committee. And every year we have elections for open seats on the board of directors. Over the past several years, we've reduced the number of members of the board of directors from 24 to 18. This past year, we went from 20 to, we're going from 20 to 18. We had 8 board members whose terms expired. Under the rules of our organization, you're entitled to ask for a second term. So 6 of the eight whose terms expired reapplied. In addition, we had other people who had applied. However, the nominating committee chose to nominate the 6 existing trustees. However, we do have a provision that allows for open nominations. If you apply and get the appropriate number of names on a petition, you become a nominee as well. So in addition this year to the 6 other members who are going, we have Lorian Rowan of Wings of New Horizon, who will be an additional nominee. Because we have 7 people applying for 6 positions, we have an election today. If you have not gotten your ballots at the front desk, please do so. I believe we're going to close it off at half past? At 12:30 and start counting ballots and announce the winners at the end of the luncheon. So by all means, if you haven't got your ballots in, go get them. Vote early, but don't vote often. All right? Thank you.
And just a reminder on that, it is 1 vote per business member. So if we have multiple people present from Citizens Bank of Florida, it's only going to be one ballot. On the other hand, I do know that some people are the designated voting member of multiple businesses. Perhaps you're an individual member, a business member, and as the registered person of a nonprofit. And so you actually would be able to cast multiple ballots then for if you're the designated person for the multiples. Also, as a reminder, there are 7 names listed on the ballot. You can cast votes for up to 6 of them because there are 6 positions. It's not pick your favorite. You can vote for 6 of the 7. Correct? All right. With that in mind, I'll turn it over to our President CEO, Corey, to continue with the rest of the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Welcome, everyone. So thrilled you're here today. This is one of our favorites. I'm smelling the turkey. It smells like Thanksgiving already, so I'm excited to get back there to the buffet. So I'll try to keep this as brief as possible. I'm Corey Skates. I'm the President and CEO of the Chamber, and we welcome you to our annual Chamber Gives Back Nonprofit Appreciation Lunch. We think it's vitally important in our community to be able to find out who the nonprofits are and find out how we can get involved with them. And we'll be sure to recognize all of them by the end of the day, and I'm sure they'll tell you who they are once we go around and have new member recognitions and also welcoming of our guests. Just a quick segue. Anybody pick up the new Oviedo Mall directory? I think you should. It's got a beautiful little girl on it who just happens to be my daughter, Amelia. So I'm pretty thrilled. They're available throughout the mall. I think there's some over here. Thank you to everyone at Oviedo Mall. Brian, Crystal, Sarah. Oh, yes. Well, I was going to get to that. And of course, the beautiful photograph was taken by our very own Kelly Canova of Kelly Canova Photography. So thank you so much. I'm a proud daddy. Had to get that in. Well, we'd like to thank everyone who came out and participated in the Winter Spring Festival of the Arts. How many of you showed up for that? We had about the most perfect weather we could have hoped for an arts festival. Biggest crowds we've ever had, so we were thrilled. Appreciate all the city's participation in that, all of our volunteers. If you're a volunteer, could you just raise your hand if you're on the committee helped out during the event? We'd appreciate just having a round of applause for all our volunteers. We couldn't do this without them. And Bridget's smiling at me because I know she wants me to remind everyone that we are looking for volunteers already for next year's Arts Festival, for people to be involved in the committee, also on Taste of Oviedo, and our Barbecue Blowout, which is our newest event, which is coming in May of next year, which I'll talk about in just a second. Also want to remind everyone, we have a business after hours this evening at Chamberlain Realty, which is in that office park right near where our good friend Tim Moran's office is. And also right next to where Habaneros, in between Habaneros and Jessup's Bay, if you know where that area is, right off of Aloma. So we hope you'll stop by tonight, 5:30, for Chamberlain Realty's Business After Hours. And just wanted to update you on some of the events we have coming up this weekend. Does everybody know what's going on? Saturday, out at Bright House, There's a big football game. We need to support our Knights. They are in first place right now in Conference USA. We need to finish strong. We need your support, and that's why the Chamber is doing a tailgate in conjunction with the Oviedo-Winter Springs Optimist Club and also Special Olympics of Seminole County. We are having our tailgate. You can still get tickets until Friday morning. $25 gets you admission to our tailgate. Food, drinks, fun, all that good stuff, plus a ticket to the game in section 123, if anybody wants to know. Just happens to be right next to my section 124 where my season tickets are, but had nothing to do with that, I promise you. But we hope you'll come out, go on our website. There's a slider right on the homepage where you can click on it, purchase tickets. You can also, if you already have tickets, if you're a season ticket holder, you can donate tickets for $20 a piece to Special Olympics to have some of their athletes and their families be able to come out and enjoy the game with us. So once again, this Saturday, tailgate starts at 2, kickoff is at 7. We will be there. Also, we have our chamber speed networking. This is a multi-chamber speed networking that we're going to do on Wednesday, November 28th, right here in this room, 7 o'clock in the morning. We have Stephen Placey from Rock Your Business coming in to do this. So this is going to be a great event. What we're most excited about is we have 2 of our fellow chambers in the area participating. I think we've got some friends here from East Orlando today. You wave. Where's Gigi? I see you. Oh, there you are, right there. They are participating as well as the Castleberry Chamber. So this is a great opportunity not to just find out more about your fellow Oviedo-Winter Springs Chamber businesses, but also about members from Castleberry and East Orlando. So that's November 28th, 7 in the morning. We will get you out by 8:30. It's part of our Bagels and Business series. So obviously there will be bagels, there will be business, and we will have coffee. So hope you'll be there for that. And it is free. This is a free event. So we're thrilled to have Steve Placey coming out for this. Also coming up, we have our annual holiday parade, Saturday, December 8th. I believe the parade starts at 4 o'clock. It's going to be right here at Oviedo Mall. We also have some festivities kicking off at 3:15 that day. We have a symphony that's coming into play at 3:15. So if you want to get here a little early and hear them, stick around for the parade. It was a great event last year, and we're looking forward to making it even bigger this year. Our traditional jingle mingle at the chamber offices will be December 13th in the evening, typical after hours. Just come out and wish everyone in the chamber, all your fellow members and friends, a happy holiday season. Once again, that's Thursday, December 13th, 5:30 at the chamber offices. And finally, just once again as a reminder for the dates of our big signature events that we have coming up, Taste of Oviedo has moved its date. It is March 9th, 2013. Right here in the mall. So be sure you remember, March 9th. It's the last day before we set those clocks ahead, so we want to be sure to get those fireworks off at 7 o'clock when it's still dark. So it'll always be that Saturday before the clocks change, so just put that on your calendar for years in advance. We also have our barbecue blowout. We're real excited. I guess we got a phone call from them yesterday wanting us to possibly be a Jack Daniel's signature tour stop for this event. We haven't even had it yet, and they're already wanting us to be one of their premier events. So I guess they're expecting big things from us. So help us out with this. We're looking for volunteers on the committee. This will be May 24th and 25th right here at the mall. Everybody have their smartphones with them. Hopefully everybody has their chamber apps downloaded. If you go to any one of your smartphone apps, whether you have iPhone, the iTunes Store, if you've got Android Market, if you've got a BlackBerry, go to the Market on there. You can download My Chamber app, 3 separate words, My Chamber, then APP. Put it in there, free to download, gives you all the information about all of our chamber businesses, all of our events. And the best thing is if you're looking for an after hours, can't figure out how to get there, it will GPS you from wherever you are to the event. So there's no excuses on getting lost. So download My Chamber app and find out more about the chamber and what's going on. At this time, I would like to welcome up Lori and Rowan, and we are going to present our Beautification Award. I have to let you know we will have a certificate for the winner. We will deliver that when we deliver the sign midway through the month, but we will recognize them right now.
For the past 2 years, this firm has won the Ovation Award. Out of 90,000 attorneys, David is one of less than 200 that has been board certified for 25 years. This month's winner is Beers and Gordon. Somebody.
You'll have to come up for the photo op.
welcome, Marcy. Yes, let's keep it balanced.
Thank you, Lorian. Marcy, don't go far. Just you. We're going to make you do the robot like we saw in the picture on the Facebook page. I don't know if anybody saw that. It's pretty funny. Well, we would like to present our Ambassador of the Month award to Miss Marcy Gordon, which is why I didn't want to have her go too far. Marcy's been at pretty much everything recently, and we appreciate all her involvement on the Ambassador Committee. Congratulations. Okay, I will get the wireless out. Do we have any new members or guests want to be introduced? I'll catch you with your mouth full. That's what I do best.
Hello, my name is Mike Lowe. I run New to You Upscale Resale, which is a new store that the Masters Academy owns. All the proceeds from everything we sell go straight to the Masters Academy for our various ministries and activities. We're always looking for great donations of clothing, furniture, household items, toys, sporting goods. We're located in Alafaya Square Shopping Center. If you're facing Froggers or right to the right of Froggers. It's a beautiful store, beautiful location. Many of you have been by already. And I know some of you are coming immediately after this to go and do some shopping, right? But yeah, we will pick up items. If you have items, you can contact me, contact the school, contact Laura Deary. We'll be happy to come pick up any donations that you have. And that's it. Thank you. Thanks for having this.
Welcome. Thank you. Yes, sir. We had a great little event with you not too long ago.
Hello, I'm Henry Torres, and I'm with Paul Mitchell School, Orlando. Just wanted to say we're here in the mall. Thank you for all those that made it to our grand opening, and obviously all you are welcome to go by and take a look at the store. And anyway, all welcome. Thanks.
Thank you and welcome. It was great hearing from John Paul. I mean, his speech was phenomenal. Yes, ma'am.
I have Denise Benetti with me, and she's with the International FOP Association, which is a very worthwhile nonprofit that's located, they're headquartered here in Oviedo, but they are an international nonprofit organization.
Welcome.
Hi, I am Denise Vietti with the International FOP Association. We raise research dollars for individuals that have FOP. FOP stands for fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva. It's also known as stone man's disease. The first telltale sign is the big toe. It's kind of malformed, and then they grow sheets of bone, so they are growing a second skeleton. We send over about $500,000 a year to the research lab in University of Pennsylvania, and we're always looking for donations.
Thank you for your work. I appreciate that.
Stephen Shank, I'm on the board of the Galileo School for Gifted Learning, among other things, and here's Michelle Nunez.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Michelle Nunez, the principal at the Galileo School for Gifted Learning. We are a public charter school over in Sanford in our second year, and we are almost at capacity this year. We only have 2 openings left in second grade, but next year we're hoping to grow further, and our curriculum caters to gifted learners and students who are advanced, students who are not so advanced but need an individualized approach and want to accelerate their learning at their individual needs. Project-based component. We would love to host a tour for you if you're interested in our school, or if you want to become a business partner for our school. We have an outstanding curriculum. So see me if you're interested, and thank you. It's a pleasure to meet all of you today.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Hello, everyone. I'm Julie from Orlando Orthopedic, and I'd like to introduce you to Jennifer Taggart, who is now running our foundation, and she'll tell you more.
Hello, everyone. In 2012, wow, this is weird. In 2012, all 19 of the physicians within Orlando Orthopedic Center decided that the giving that they were giving to the community was just not quite enough. So in January, they launched a foundation. We give to orthopedic preventative research. We are working with community education, both from our peers as it relates to the coaches within your schools on preventative playing, the communities, your 55-plus communities and so on, and then our own peers, our athletic trainers, physical trainers, and so on. And then I think the biggest thing and the one that touches the community the most is our community outreach efforts, where we are giving back to those in need. I call it my Blind Side Project. In May, we did a campaign, Coins for Kids. And in our first year, we were only a few months old. We sent 50 kids to sports summer camp, 50 homeless kids. This is my Blind Side Project. If I find one child that I can inspire, give passion to through sports, get him off the street and get him being a team player, him or her, then I've done my job. So please check out our Just for Kicks campaign right now, where we are putting Seminole and Orange County homeless students in a brand new pair of sneakers to avoid injury. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anyone?
Good afternoon, and thank you for having us for the nonprofit expo today. My name is Carol Burke, and I'm with Quest Shreds, which is part of Quest Incorporated, an organization that supports people with disabilities. So I helped create jobs for folks with disabilities through secure document destruction and shredding services. We also have tons of other services that Quest offer, and my peer, Terry Crick, can tell you about things that he does as well. Thanks for having us.
Double time, you poor people. We're not Quest Labs either. Let me point that out. Everybody says that. They do great advertising for us. We love them. But as a not-for-profit, my role is the employment sector within the company, and we're in Seminole, Orange, and Osceola County. Briefly, most of you are employers that have entry-level hiring needs, or you know employers that have entry-level hiring needs. We have candidates. We represent individuals with developmental disabilities. They tend to have mostly intellectual disabilities. We're always looking for new employers and new positions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Melinda Tomasello. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Good to Go Event Management. Good to Go Event Management is the sponsor of Angels Life, and the co-founder or the founder of that is Giovanna Nelson. And here's Giovanna.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Angels Life is something that I created for my daughter. She has cystic fibrosis, and we do gifts, candles, handmade soy candles, and gifts and spa items, so that you can, give them as a gift to your nurses or doctors. And even how I started was I was making my own candles and packaging them and giving them to doctors and nurses, saying thank you for the treatment of my daughter's condition, and which we go every 2 weeks, and she takes over 50 pills a day and does 6 IV treatments a day. And if you look at her, she looks like a normal kid. She competitively rides horses, and she's a fighter, but she has IVs stuck inside of her, so it's a silent disease. But we started giving these out as gifts, and the doctors were like, well, can I get some for you, pay you, and you can make some for me, and I can give them out as gifts. So that's how I got started. I gift them so that you can re-gift them real quickly to your friends and family, to teachers, coworkers. Part of our proceeds go to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and the other part of our proceeds go to, I want to say thank you in this realm to this community. My son was killed in Afghanistan in July, and a lot of people in this room were standing on Red Bug Lake Road waving to us, so thank you with every ounce of my being. Thank you so much. He was 20, he went to Haggerty High School, so part of my proceeds now will be going to fallen soldiers and other soldiers who have disabilities and PTSD and those types of things. So thank you so much. There are no words to tell you how much I thank you for being there for our family.
Thank you. Anyone else? New members, guests? Ah.
Hello, thank you very much for having us. I'm Jason Leitz with Workforce Central Florida, and it's definitely our honor to be here with such wonderful nonprofits. Workforce Central Florida, we are in a very unique phase in our development. We have some new leadership that have taken over, and we're going in a completely different type of direction. But the main goal that we've always strived for is still the same, trying to connect job seekers and employers together. So as many of you are employers that are out there, definitely come and take a look at what we have. Our website is workforcecentralflorida.com. All the services that we offer are at no charge. So you can come, and the real reason we exist is to help you all succeed. We have training programs, we have retraining programs, we have internship availability, all that are designed to help the residents of Central Florida connect with employment opportunities. And also, if you know anybody that's out there looking for work, make sure that you turn them on to us too. We have development seminars they can attend. Just as our services are no cost to you, they're also no cost to the job seeker as well. So we are really here just trying to help the community, and the new leadership and the new direction that we have is you'll see that reflected, and we have some exciting changes that are going to come and definitely make us a valuable resource you can take advantage of.
Thank you very much. Anyone else? Mary Alice?
Hi, I'm Mary Alice Wilder from Wilder Accounting, and we sponsor the Crew of Leaders. And this year we're looking for another royal court, which is our community leaders. We make them part of our royal court every year for Mardi Gras. So if you know of a community leader that you would like to nominate, anyone can nominate, please nominate them. I have some nomination forms at my table, and there's several of you that have been part of the court right in this room. We have a good time. Our next upcoming event is November 10th at Orlando Downtown Veterans Parade. We're going to be on Channel 13. So, Tebow us or however you do it. And then we're looking forward for all the nominees to we're having our annual party December the 6th at Tuscarora Country Club. It'll be a meet and greet, so come on out to Tuscarora Country Club. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll go this way. Well, thank you to everyone for being here. We'll also have an opportunity, if you have any member events going on that are coming up shortly, we'll give you the opportunity to be able to announce those towards the end of the luncheon. But while I had the chance, I wanted to recognize all the nonprofits that had committed to being here today. We had the Masters Academy, Hope Helps, Quest Incorporated, The Forgotten Ones, Goodwill Job Connection Center, Crew of Leaders, Life Skills Academy of Orlando, Helpful Hands, Oviedo Crisis Pregnancy Center, Back to Nature Wildlife and Education Center, Tuscaloosa Shepherds Incorporated, UCF Business Incubator in Winter Springs, Workforce Central Florida, Angels Life Company helping cystic fibrosis research, the Kiwanis Club of Oviedo-Winter Springs, IFOPA, Seminole County Sheriff's Department, Wings to New Horizons, the Bike Program with Carpets and More and the Winter Springs Police Department, Orlando Orthopedic, Oviedo Women's Club, Linda McKenzie Ministries, Oviedo Preservation Project, Oviedo Optimist Club, and Galileo School. Let's have a round of applause for all our great nonprofits. And once again, remember, at the end of the luncheon, have an opportunity to stop by and see all of them. You may find an organization that you want to be able to devote some time to. And also, really quickly, I just want to be able to announce some of the other events we had coming up, because we've got like 15 events between now and New Year's, so we want to be sure that everybody's getting recognized. In addition to what we had, thank goodness for Facebook. We also have a business after hours at our newest friend of the chamber, Brightway Insurance, on Thursday, November 8th. So you're going to want to be sure to check that out. We also have a business after hours at Bankers Life and Casualty on Thursday, November 15th. We're also celebrating Small Business Saturday on Saturday, November 24th. This is the Saturday after Black Friday. So we're encouraging you on that day, go out and shop local. Make sure you make it a point to at least make one purchase at a local store that day. And we also have a holiday after hours at Jado Project on Thursday, November 29th. So those are some of the other events we have coming up. Get the app, it's great. You can find out all this great information on how to get there. Well, at this time, I'm going to welcome up our speaker. I'm going to give a little bit of a bio. He didn't want me to make it too long, but I'm going to do it anyway. Dr. Robert Bobby Olszewski has over 15 years of leadership and organizational management experience, specializing in strategic partnerships, business planning, and economic development. Olszewski is a business owner leading the Emerson Management and Consulting Group Incorporated as managing principal. Olszewski is also a commissioner for the city of Winter Springs. He has held influential leadership positions within numerous organizations and management consulting agencies where these opportunities have offered him opportunities to work and partner with wealth of outstanding leaders, brands, and other companies in a variety of diverse industries throughout the United States. He has affiliations on his bio that are like this long. So join me, please, in welcoming up Dr. Bobby Olszewski.
Thank you very much for having me. It is truly an honor to be here, especially for an auspicious occasion like this as we honor nonprofits. And all of us in this room, I know, have a true servant's heart, and that's why we do what we do to give back to our community. So it's truly a pleasure to be here. And again, my name is Bobby Olszewski, and with a last name like Olszewski, yes, I am willing to sell a few vowels. And you can see why people call me Bobby O. And it's an honor to be here in Oviedo. My aunt and uncle live here, so I'm here often. And I get to serve on the Orlando Metro Plan with Oviedo Mayor Dominic Pierre, and then also on the Metro Plan Tax and Finance and Personnel Committee with the chairman of that committee, Mayor Lacey of the city of Winter Springs. What my topic today is on, I'm presenting my doctoral research. In May, I earned a PhD in business administration. And what I've done is when you earn a PhD, you have to add new knowledge to the subject area. And in the subject area of nonprofit and donor motivations to give, there's been a lot of studies. Well, there hasn't been studies on why people give to nonprofits when there's been no connection. So for all of you that are a new nonprofit or trying to connect people who have never given before, this is why I created my study. Can you hit the next? And you can go over, he already went over my bio there. For the motivations for this research, as we know, the economy has not been very good. And so when we're looking at what nonprofits can do to help mitigate the loss of revenues coming in, this is what the purpose of the study is. And I know sometimes if I'm, feel free to ask questions at any point, but at the end we'll take questions. But I just want to be sure that, we need to know as a nonprofit staff why our donors give. I mean, the true motivations and psychological motivations behind that. And with this study, we're providing quantitative results. And what quantitative results mean is we can measure it. It's a statistical analysis. So that's the benefit of being able to take qualitative information and being able to put it down into a statistical analysis that we can actually measure and apply and interpret. And so why is psychology so important to donors? Well, as human beings, we're all very difficult and quirky, as we all know. And so understanding motivations for us to do anything are important. Court? And to give you a highlight of what this study is because a lot of times you will see, particularly in this political season, you'll see studies and surveys done all the time that present data. When you do a dissertation, it is peer-reviewed by a number of PhDs in a number of different disciplines to make sure the data is correct. So with that, this quantitative study had to be researched on all the history of all studies that were done in philanthropy, not only on the general study of philanthropy, but also in the psychology of philanthropy, why motivation. So you get into psychology, and then I'll get to setting up the study, because it was a religious-based nonprofit, how the role religion plays in a nonprofit donor motivation. And so why do people do anything, but why do people give? And I don't know if anyone's been familiar with McClellan's needs theories in studies in the past. He stated that people are motivated by the motivations of achievement, affiliation, and power. So everyone in this room is here fulfilling a need based on achievement, affiliation, and power. And everyone wants to be close to Corey here, so I can see why we want to affiliate with him. But this is where this study was based upon, and then the survey that I had to get from Ohio State University from another researcher added the motivation of philanthropy, meaning it was a good and right thing to do. And the sample that I used, I don't know if you're familiar with the Basilica of the National Shrine of Mary, Queen of the Universe in Lake Buena Vista off I-4 next to the mall near Disney. They are not a parish. All of the visitors that come to that basilica are tourists. They're from all over the world. And for my sample, it's kind of difficult to be able to identify a population to say that you have no affiliation with the charity, why did you give? And so that's what we were able to do from January of 2010 to June of 2010. I was very lucky to have the Diocese of Orlando allow me to actually survey donors, and we picked the population of donors that gave, that actually sent in a check, not someone who attended a service and dropped something off, but were so moved that they sent in a check for the first time, or a check or any monetary donation for the first time between that 6-month period. And so from there, we had 484 donors that were identified. But to make sure that they really didn't have a connection, we picked donors that gave from outside the state of Florida. So all over the continental United States, minus the state of Florida. And so with 484 donors, we had 216 respond for a response rate of 45%, which, if any of you have done surveys or asked for a response, that's pretty good. So we were quite happy with that. And how do you process this data? Again, the survey that was presented analyzed why they gave in a series of 18 questions on the achievement motivation, affiliation, philanthropy, giving because it's a good and right thing to do, and then power. And so with that, the statistical analysis, and you're going to say, wow, look how impressive. He's going to use terms like analysis of variance and then regression analysis. Well, an ANOVA, or an analysis of variance, is simply just a study of the averages of the results. So I didn't mean to let you down there. And then a regression analysis just means that there's a linear relationship between the samples, not the sample, but between what you're studying in the analysis. And so that's what was used. Next slide. And from there, between the most important thing is, as we know, the sample. You need to make sure the sample's good, which we had, and then also the survey. What questions are you asking? And in a PhD study, you can create something new, but it has to be tested and verified to make sure that your survey is going to measure what you say it's going to measure. And so I used a researcher by the name of Strode from Ohio State University that had a survey on why people gave to the Ohio State University Athletic Department. So being a Buckeye fan, giving to the athletic department's a lot different than giving to a local nonprofit. So that's where you had to be sure that the motivations were able to translate with the survey instrument. I know we're going to get to the good stuff, I promise you, but I just have to make sure I set the stage so you know I am legit and not making this up. And so next slide. What we found in running this study is that the motivation of philanthropy was the single greatest motivator, along close second with achievement. And what that means what that means is in this specific study, that first-time donors that had no affiliation or connection with a nonprofit gave because they felt it was the right and good thing to do. And also, they were motivated by achievement of the nonprofit. And the reason why these numbers are listed this way is because this means that they were statistically significant, which means the results that these two motivations of achievement and philanthropy played were beyond statistical chance. And so that's the good news. And then also from the single regression analysis, just meeting linear relationship, both philanthropy and achievement had a linear relationship. And this is just kind of give you an idea what that means. So you can see they almost form a perfect straight line, so that's what you'd want. Next slide. Now the fun stuff, what this means to you. And in any study, I'm not giving you the answer, I'm giving you an answer. And just because in this study I found that achievement and philanthropy were the highest motivations, that doesn't mean it's across the board for everything. And just because we can say there's a linear relationship and there's a statistical significance there, I can't even state from this study that that's the cause of why people gave. But what's important to look at is, like I mentioned, this study was an add-on from other studies that were done in the past. The previous studies that used this survey did not have any statistically significant data, where this was. And so that's what's kind of exciting, that we were able to do something that hasn't been done before. Next slide. And the conclusions are, when I've given this speech and worked with some nonprofit folks that have come to me for help, and I'm more than happy to help anybody here, just let me know. And the biggest thing you need to do is look at what you can, giving because it's the right thing to do, and achievement. And with any studies, there's something called delimitations. And so that's basically where you get to poke holes in it. Now, can you poke holes in this study? Some of you are probably already thinking it right now. Yes, because I went to a church. You could assume that everyone was Catholic. And being Catholic, I can tell you there is a thing as Catholic guilt. So even on vacation, you're maybe going to give, even I can assure you. The other thing, too, why achievement scored so high, in the 6 months prior to this study being sent, the National Shrine, Pope Benedict named it a basilica. So there was the highest honor you could possibly receive. So kind of like the halo effect of achievement getting in through. So there are some holes that you can put in there, but at the same time, you can look at, beyond the statistical reason, that you had people giving because it's the good and right thing to do, which is a great thing for all nonprofits, because we're all here, like I mentioned, as a servant leader, and we're here to serve. And so if we can tap into those motivations of individual donors to say giving because it's the good thing to do, everything that we communicate has to have that message, but then the same time with achievement. And it's not from achievement from a standpoint of winning the Big Ten like Ohio State University, or being named a basilica. Every goal that you can be celebrated and honored, it would be an achievement in the way you communicate with your donors and potential donors. And really now it's kind of a, I've spoken at a couple chambers, not as big of an audience of nonprofits, but to a number of the nonprofits, and great questions that I've gotten. I know there's a couple of them there, and the biggest takeaway from you that I know most folks are appreciative of is you have a statistical, validated, peer-reviewed study that will say that achievement and philanthropy are the motivations that you need to be communicating with in all of your marketing materials or all of your donor outreach. And that's particularly important. And I look at this as an encouraging study from the standpoint of the fact that people still are good at heart, and they want to give because it's the right and good thing to do, but then at the same time being human, that we want to win. And one of the aspects for me when I was looking to do this is I have actually a background in economic development and sales. I'm a former sports agent. Worked for the LPGA Tour, the Citrus Bowl, and so I've gotten to do a lot of neat stuff, but I wanted to do something for my doctoral dissertation that gave back to the community. And so this is why I chose this subject, because I feel it's so important to be able to give back. And as I ran for the city of Winter Garden too, my first run into politics for political office, it was that servant's heart. And the one aspect that I think is so important in giving back and what you can do for your community. And I want to share, because I know we have a lot of good-hearted people in this room, and I want to share a poem that means something so much to me. And I always kept it right at my side anytime this got difficult, because I will tell you, outside of the death of my father, working on this dissertation was extremely difficult. And it's not a fun thing to do, for sure. And the poem goes, I saw a group of men in my hometown. I saw a group of men tearing a building down With a heave and a hoe and a mighty yell, they swung the beam, and the sidewalk fell. And I asked the foreman, are these men skilled, the kind you'd hire if you wanted to build? And he laughed and he said, why, no, indeed. Common labor is all I need. Right there down in a day or two what it took a builder 10 years to do. And I thought to myself as I walked away, which of these roles am I going to play? Am I the kind that likes to tear down as I make my way foolishly around? Or am I the kind that wants to build with care in hopes that my community, organization, and family would be proud that I was there? So I hope I have done well in the field of academia to make that field proud for contributing this study. Hopefully, I know I've been able to help the Basilica and what they've done, and it's my heart of heart hopes that I've helped at least one person in this room with your nonprofit and allowing you to to grow and become a better servant to your community. And at this time, I will take as many questions as you'd like. If there are any.
Come on. We've got to have some questions. All right, Alice, looks like you've got something.
I'd like to know the demographics of the younger, the Y generation, in comparison to, for lack of a better word, us older folks, and their ability to give to the community both time and monetary.
Based on this study, one of the problems and one of the agreements I made with the Diocese of Orlando is they didn't want to have any demographic information because their biggest fear was that anyone could be identified. So I could not ask age, and I could not ask even gender. However, I can assume intelligently that most of the respondents here were elderly. And on that note, one of the most unique things on the monetary donation level, as the more that people gave at the higher levels, the more they were motivated by the philanthropy motivation. So, but my consultant hat to you would be for the younger generation, give incremental, can you do this a month? Can you do this a year? Something to where they're a part of other folks like them, and kind of appealing to the affiliative motivation. But at the same time, yes, you do find your older demographics able to give more in the greater levels, and they are motivated. I can say from this study or from this sample that they're motivated by giving because it's the right thing to do. Did I answer your question? Or okay. Yes, sir.
Hi there. First of all, thank you so much for coming out today. My question is, when you're dealing with a local chapter of a national or international organization, when you talk about focusing on the achievements, do you focus on the local achievements, or do you see a disparity if you refer to the national accomplishments as opposed to the local accomplishments?
I wouldn't personally see the disparity because winning is winning, and as particularly if I would say you're very fortunate to be part of a national brand if people can recognize that. So that achievement, I'm going to use the word again, halo effect, the national achievement can help to you, but then at the same time, as they say, all politics is local, and all money is local too. So if you can say this is what we've done nationally, but right here in Oviedo or right here in Winter Springs, this is how we're taking your donor dollars and making even a greater achievement right here in your neighborhood, just like we've done. And so that's where you would have that benefit over a standalone local nonprofit.
Anyone else? Questions? Bobby, you're going to have some time afterward?
Absolutely. Well, again, thank you very much. I was so humbled when Corey asked me to do this, and I mean what I say. I will be more than happy to help you. I mean, any questions, even to have me take a look at something, my service, I'm happy to provide that, just to take a look to give back, because I'm a big believer in karma. So I like to spread the wealth, as they say. So thank you very much for having me.
Let's have a nice round of applause for Bobby. Thank you. Okay, I believe the voting has closed. Has anybody not voted that wanted to and forgot? We got one more. Does that change the dynamic significantly? We are in Florida after all. This is being recorded, isn't it? There goes my political career. No. Well, thank you, Bobby, once again for coming all the way over to this side of the world. Hopefully you got to see your aunt while you were here. Yeah. Drive by and say hi. But I will give this to Paul.
Okay. We do have six directors elected, who are Gary Boughton from Publix, Mary Beth Ehas from the University of Central Florida, Amy Kirkland from Seminole State College, Jack Lanou from Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Linda McKenzie, Bank First, and Josh Struzzacco from Elite Technologies. There are 6 directors. Thank you.
Okay, we will do door prizes. I know everybody's wanting to do that. You want to draw? While you're here, 50-50, blue tickets. It's like half a blue ticket. 334156. 334156. It's always those Citizens Bank people. Becky, didn't you win not too long ago? Last time. Yeah, well, that's not too long ago, I guess. Well, congratulations once again. We do have some door prizes. We have cards. I'll let Paul draw. How many prizes do we have? Does anybody need to drop their cards in? Anybody want to do a last second? Dell wants to win that pamper party from Merle Norman. Pamper party. Yes. Yes, they are. Merle Norman is moving too, so you'll want to check them out. You can have your pamper party in their new store. How about that? All right. Once again, we remind you, stick around, check out all the nonprofits who are here, made the effort to come out, participate today. We thank them once again. Let's draw a bunch. Let's see who we've got. First winner, what are you going to give them? We're going to do a Merle Norman pamper party for Joan Faulkner. Oh, Joan, I didn't even see you back there. Next one, is it another pamper party? It's a girl. Another pamper party. Belinda Newkirk from Goodwill. Go get pampered. It'll be fun. Is this for improv? This is a pass for 2 to the Orlando Improv. Oh, it's a card. Oh, I know who this is. Joan McCurry, Moonglade Photography. Go have some laughs on us. All right, 2 more passes. Actually, another pass for 2 to the Orlando Improv. We've got Robin English, The Forgotten Ones. What's this? Well, this one's from Foster and Lee Jewelers. We don't know what's in there. So I guess you'll have to tell us. Terry Crick from Quest. We've got a few more improv tickets. Del Burfitt. Angie Federici. And is this the last one? Last one. Cindy Thomas from the Oviedo Crisis Pregnancy Center. All right. Congratulations to all of you. Does anyone have any member announcements? Any things they've got going? I know you do. I've got your flyer already, so I'm coming right back to you. That's where I was headed. Here you go, Sandy.
Okay, guys, you know I'm a big NFIB person. You could tell from the last meeting, right? Yay! Anyway, they sent me a flyer. NFIB's I Built My Business bus tour coming to Orlando. I know this is quick notice, but we're having definitely confirmed is Dan Webster and John Micah, and we're having a lot of other elected officials tomorrow at 2 o'clock. It's a rally to support NFIB and small business, and it's going to be at Florida Outdoor Equipment, and we're trying to get the press there and everything. So there's more about this here, and there's also yes. Did you have? Oh, okay, yeah, all right. And we're inviting anybody that's a small business owner. We'd like to have you there to support us and what's happening with the elected officials. Well, I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. This is just small business, pro-small business. So I have information here and also on Wings to the Next Horizon table. Thank you.
Linda, coming to you.
Like to invite all the ladies here to the Oviedo Businesswomen's Network. We meet November the 14th. It's always the second Wednesday of the month. And we meet at 11:30 at Tuscola Country Club. So come out and do business and network with other women. All right? Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Who else? Is it food trucks? Oh.
It's not food trucks on November 11th. It is a lot of stuff with Oviedo Mall happening this holiday season. November 15th, Santa arrives, and we're having a party for him. We do have a lot of activities. I won't go through them all because you won't remember them all. They are on our website, myoviedomall.com. But since it's Nonprofit Day, I do want to mention on December 1st, Saturday, Radio Disney will be here with their Festival of Giving. It's our second annual one that we're doing with them. So we're still confirming all of our charities that will be here, but we do have Toys for Tots and Pet Rescue by Judy. So it's a chance for the family to come out, enjoy the festivities with Radio Disney, and then make your donations all at one time. So check out our website. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
I just want to say I'm going to pass along thanks to Henry for Paul Mitchell. It was a great grand opening, but I told him, and I'll spread the word, if you don't know, you can get your hair cut there. I told my wife and my daughter, they went yesterday, had a fantastic experience. They both came back saying it was one of the greatest experiences they've had, so I just wanted to spread the word for Henry.
Thank you. Good deal. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Kathy McDonald with the Kiwanis Club of Oviedo-Winter Springs. Duke's too shy to speak, but we're glad to be here representing all kinds of children's charities and services, so come and visit us right here, first, second, or third Thursday of any month. But I also have another hat, the Salvation Army. We're having our kettle kickoff bell ringing on the 10th of November. So anytime after the 10th, if your organization wants to have a day of ringing, we had a challenge last year to the Rotary clubs, and we basically cleaned their clocks. If you think you can do better, get a hold of me, and we'll set up, we'll set up a time for you to join us in the Ring-a-thon on December 15th. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kathy.
I just wanted to announce, because Sarah didn't want to go over everything that they do, I wanted to let everyone know that the mall has just once again stepped up to the plate and has been very generous. They are donating space for a local high school girl collecting prom dresses used and tuxedos or suits. So if anyone has a prom dress or an old suit you'd like to get rid of, a high school girl has chosen for her project to have a dance for the handicap in December, and it's going to be their prom, and it's their one prom for the year, hosted at the Oviedo City Rec Center. Wonderful event. And she went to Sarah and the mall and asked for help. She's getting all these dresses sent, needed a place to store them, and they stepped up once again to help out the community. I wanted to give them recognition.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, absolutely. Sorry. I wear 3 hats, and today I'm going to make the announcement for the Oviedo Women's Club. On Saturday, November 10th, we're having our annual Great Day in the Country, where over 60,000 people come. It's our fundraiser where we take the money and we give it back through scholarships to our local schools and local agencies. And some of the not-for-profits here have been recipients of those awards. So come on out. It's an arts and crafts festival, and it's lots of fun. Thank you.
Thank you. It is a great event. Rich Sloan.
Tell me again, where do I bring my prom dress? How many people here know a young athlete? Admit it. Come on now. UCF is hosting on December 5th a forum for young athletes and their parents and or coaches that will delve into nutrition and conditioning. And so that's in the evening, 6 to 8 at UCF. We're going to be putting out some information that will be available to the public. It's free. It's obviously limited in size to the first 200. So if you are interested, we're going to test youngsters if they want to be tested. And again, we'll talk to the youngsters and the coaches and parents and things of that sort about condition and nutritioning for young athletes and future Olympians. Thank you. Any age? No, well, 3-year-old and below, we're not.
So if they're going to be asking them what they eat, I could be in big trouble when my daughter says, They feed me nothing but hot dogs and mac and cheese? Yeah, okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carla Hogan, and I'm owner of Look Local Marketing. We are a publishing company. We do local print advertising across Seminole County. We reach 80,000 residential homes. And what we do when we have unsold ad space at the end of each month is to donate it to local nonprofit groups. So I wanted to make sure that I got the word out to everyone in the room. I've spoken with some of you individually, but come see me if you want more information.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Robin English. I'm with the Forgotten Ones, and my little pitch of the day is on Wednesday, November 21st, we're going to do our 6th annual Give Back to the Community Thanksgiving dinner at Oviedo Baptist. We usually feed about 350 individuals, and they come as far as Orange County. Our donors, it's harder for us to give, and a lot of the agencies, social service agencies, used to give the turkeys and the whole package, you know, to have family to have dinners, and that's not happening so much anymore. So food, turkeys, money. We are 98 West Broadway, right across from Oviedo Baptist. Thank you.
Thank you.
If any of you have ever gone on a mission trip in your life, you know that can kind of change your perspective on the world. And we've been sending children from the Masters Academy to Costa Rica and different places, and they come back changed and think how much we have here and how our value system is completely different. And we've seen a lot of neat things happen. So we're building a fund. So we hope everybody that comes through the Masters Academy and graduates will have gone on at least one mission trip. So we have a fundraising banquet on Monday night. Tickets are $35. It's a 3-hour show with art and music and a comedian and dinner. You can find me. I've got a flyer. Tickets have to be sold by Friday, but it's this Monday night, 5:30 to 8:30, and all that money goes to build a missions fund.
Do you want to introduce your guest? Did you get a chance to do that? Oh, did he? Oh, I didn't. I must have been sleeping. Well, he's the mayor, so I got to give him some credit.
Dave Puddles, the Oviedo-Winter Springs Optimist Club. We have our annual car show coming up January 26th here at the mall. We have our dances we're doing once a month for the physically and mentally challenged kids. That's what the dress and the suit drive is for, and we appreciate everybody's help with that. Next weekend we brought Special Olympics to Oviedo this year, and we have a young man from our group who ranked #1 in the county, ranked in the district for this small area. He's going to state competition next week. I think last week in practice he bowled a 298. So he's just making us real excited. And then in February 2nd, we're going to be participating in the Polar Plunge with Special Olympics. I have some information back on our tables. We're looking for some donors and stuff like that. That's going to be held down at SeaWorld Aquatica. If you want to participate, you can. If you want to just donate, that's great too. So.
Thanks, Dave. Remember, these guys are going to be cooking on Saturday with us for the tailgate at UCF supporting Special Olympics. So you're going to want to be there. See any of the girls, see Bridget, see Melissa, see Nita, anyone. If you want tickets for that game, we still can get them till Friday morning. Anyone else? Any announcements? Yes, Angie.
Good afternoon, Oviedo Winter Springs Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, everybody. It's always great to see new as well as familiar faces, and I'm happy to be here. I'd just like to remind everybody that the Winter Springs Farmers Market happens every Saturday from 9 to 2, and it's on the corner of State Road 434 and Tuscaloosa Road. Every Saturday from 9 to 2, please come support your Winter Springs Farmers Market.
Thank you. Looking at Gordon, I'm waiting for him to do the Oviedo Farmers Market. First Saturday of the month. Right in front of Lawton House. There you go, I'll do it for you. Anyone else? With that, we're under 115, am I right? 109. Not too bad. We'll get you all out of here. Be sure to stick around. Check out our nonprofits. We appreciate you being here. Next month is our Holiday Expo. Any business that wants a complimentary space can have one. We're bound to have a great Christmas dinner. Thank you so much for being here, and have a great Chamber Week.